Now Wentz on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On fourth down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The first carry now. This is Hill. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run it with Hill. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Winston throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Hill. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Hill. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure. And, it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Play action now, Winston. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Demario Davis in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's good enough for a first down. From the gun, Winston. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. On play action, Winston. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Jameis again. And he fends him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Winston. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the 10-yard line.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That'll go as a loss of 5. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They do go for it. It's Wentz. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Wentz now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter. I
like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down now after the incompletion. Now a play fake. Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Here's Wentz to throw. And some strong running. Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jonathan Bullard in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Defense showing blitz. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought... Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time. First down, a run with Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down? And Winston lost the football.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Complete to Stewart, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, Hill. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. This offense so far on 3rd down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Hill. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Give him 16 yards on the play. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down now, Hill. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. The give to the fullback on the dive. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Give. This is their fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second down, Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is good. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville. And it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really...